Hi, today we're going to be working on Lesson 4, Session 4. This is the refined session at the end of our multiplication um, lesson that we've been working on for the last few days. We have finally arrived and we are going to be sharing everything that we know about multiplying multi-digit numbers. We've learned area model, partial products, and standard algorithm. We learned standard algorithm yesterday, so I'd like to go over that just one more time before we move into the rest of our session for today. So when we are multiplying using the standard algorithm, the first step is to multiply the top factor by the ones digit in the bottom factor. So we multiply 4 times 8, 4 times 2, and 4 times 3. That gives us 1,312. Then we erase our carries. You can see a little bit that I erased my carries. The third step is to put in your placeholder 0. This is the number one thing that people forget to do, is put in the placeholder 0, and you will get a very, very off number if you don't put in that placeholder 0. So do not forget. Then once you put in your placeholder 0, that makes it so that we can use this 1 as a 1 instead of multiplying all of these numbers by 10. So this is the 0, which accounts for the 10. Then we're going to go 1 times 8 is 8, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3. We add both partial products together to get 4,592. So that's how we multiply using standard algorithm. Now we're going to go ahead and work in our workbook today on pages 71 through 74. You are welcome to use whichever multiplication method works best for you. So if you prefer using area model, by all means use the area model. If you prefer partial products, use that. And if you prefer standard algorithm, please use the standard algorithm. The only time I will say that you cannot use one of these is if one of the questions specifically asks you to use one of the models, like if it says use an area model or use partial products. So otherwise, you can choose to use whatever you'd like. For number 1, it says a certain washing machine uses 29 gallons of water for each load of laundry washed. How many gallons of water would the washing machine use for 156 loads of laundry? Show your work. So you're just going to multiply what is 156 times 29. Make sure you write your solution on the solution line, and you may use any model you prefer. For number 2, a container at a construction site is shaped like a rectangular prism. The container is 49 feet long, 45 feet wide, and 25 feet high. What is the volume of the container? Use estimation to check for reasonableness on your answer. So don't worry about using estimation today. What I would like for you to do is you need to multiply 49 times 45 times 25. Now, of course, you're not going to multiply all 3 of those at the same time. You're going to choose the 2 that you want to multiply first. You can choose whichever 2 you want to multiply first. Then whatever the product is you get from that, you're going to multiply that by the remaining digit or the remaining factor to get your final solution. For number 3, Raquel can type 63 words every minute. Rick can type 73 words every minute. How many more words can Rick type than Raquel in 135 minutes? So first find out how many minutes Raquel can type, then how many minutes Rick can type, and then subtract Raquel's amount from Rick's to get your answer. Now Jared chose B as the correct answer. How did he get that answer? So I'd like you to tell me how you think that Jared may have gotten this answer, but you'll have to wait and see what the real answer is to decide if Jared was correct or if he was wrong. For number 4, Mrs. Katie constructs a cube with 216 magnetic blocks. Students in her 2 classes will each make an identical cube. There are 28 students in one class and 25 students in the other class. How many magnetic blocks does she need for all of her students? So first you need to add together how many students she has all together. Then you're going to multiply 216, because that's how many she needs to make a cube, times the number of students in both classes. And then that will give you your product. For number 5, what are the values of the regrouped amounts in the multiplication below? So you have a 3, a 2, and a 3. So a hint is, what is the place value of the digit the regrouped number is over? So look at what place value the regrouped number is over to find your answer. For number 6, which expressions are equivalent to 179 times 44? Here's a hint. There are 3 correct answers here. There are 3. Go ahead and turn the page to number 7. Show 2 different ways to complete the multiplication problem. In the past, I've done this with my students, and it was so difficult. So today, I decided to help you out a little bit, and I filled in the ones place for both equations. So you just need to finish the problem on both sides. For number 8, at the start of the day, there are 78 boxes of DVDs in a warehouse. Each box has 116 DVDs. Then 19 of the boxes are shipped. How many DVDs are left in the warehouse? Show your work. So we start the day with 78. We ship 19. We're going to have this many left over. We need to multiply 116 times the number of boxes we have left over to find out how many DVDs we have altogether. And then finally, for number 9, write a multiplication word problem using a 3-digit and a 2-digit number. Use the standard algorithm. So here you must use standard algorithm to solve the problem and explain any regrouping that is needed. Just go ahead and choose a 3-digit number and a 2-digit number, and then multiply it using the standard algorithm. And with that, enjoy the rest of your working on your independent practice. And if you have any questions, you can always email.